batch for NET aspirants in English literature. Someone who's striving to secure their JRF. We have exclusively started the batch called NETure. So it's basically a blend of NET and NETure. And here you would be enrolled with just a one-time fee of rupees 9999 till selection. We have our offline centers at Sanjoli in Dhali, and we also catering to a hybrid batch. You can also join us online, and you'll also get access to our exclusive content which we prepare for the students who are the part of the NETure batch in the hybrid mode. So NET, I guess one coveted exam for all the educators, all the aspiring professors, all the academia who is striving to build up a career in professorship and lectureship, who wants to get into the college cadre, who wants to teach into the university, who wants to become professors. So, it's like one happiest moment and one defining moment at Palace of World to start the preparations for the NET batch. And here we are with our NETure. So we are catering quality. We do cater to really, vivid preparations that once and for all you get an idea about what we are up to with our NETure. For joining in hordes, I can see, good number, like there's, hordes of you, thousands you've joined. So kind and grateful for your love and support. And I guess let's make your professorship dream a reality. Let's secure the JRF for you. Thank you for all the love, all the likes, all the comments. Thank you for this divine encouragement, which always keeps us soaring, which always keeps us going. So this is the wind beneath our wings. We really feel encouraged. We really feel spirited. So let's begin. I guess NET is one coveted exam. It's a national level exam. It's conducted twice in a year. It's conducted by the NTA. So it's conducted once in June and once in December. And I guess let's give it our all to this brilliant and beautiful batch. And let's get started with it. Let's get started with its preparations so that we can really do something nice and divine with it. And let's keep the momentum forward. And many times it's the students who drop a year after their masters. That's exactly what we do not want. You can be the part of NETure right from your masters, whenever you're in the final year of your masters, and when you have the eligibility to appear for the NET exam. And we'll definitely do our best. We leave no stones unturned for cracking up your JRF exam. So here we have Dayline. Hey, Dayline Hermoso. And hello, a warm hello to you from India. And I'm Dr. Abhishek Prince Rota. And I have a digital school called Palace of Words. And today there's a big day for Palace of Words, as we are just announcing our batch. So thank you very much for the greetings online. Thank you for making it to our chat, Dayline, and keep showering your love. And today we announce our batch called NETure. So we have the dancer here, dancer Sakir. Hello. Thank you very much for these comments, these ennobling comments. And we have the car squad also. So here we have a greeting from car squad as well. So thank you for joining in. Thank you for enriching our comment section also. And we're talking about NETure today. So basically, NETure is one batch for the NET JRF aspirants of English literature and diverse other subjects also that we have. So we'll cater to quality, of course. That's a promise. We'll be doing our best. We'll be delivering our best. So this is one aspect, and this is an endeavor to start with this batch. So that's exactly, what I specifically have come here for to announce this. So be the part of it. Today we are starting a very happy August to all the noble souls here, all the kings and queens of Palace of Words, all the kings and queens and princes and princesses of Palace of Words. So we're starting up with the NETure batch today. So it's really great. And thank you for all the applause, all the kudos, and thank you for making it one enriching experience. Thank you very much for joining in, for tuning in. Please keep supporting us, keep sharing our discourses, and make sure it reaches the right ears, it get to the right audiences. So all the people who have made it in the morning, and we've just concluded, Abhi, there was a class, there was a session at the Brahmahurit batch, which is the exclusive early morning batch for the students appearing for certain examinations. And now we have NETure. So very happy to be the part of this great revolution and to cater to students who are wholeheartedly preparing for their coveted exams. And we are surely starting up a batch called Parvatarohi also. It's a batch for competitive English, for civil services, for banking, for defense forces. So all about the competitive English, where we'll be covering grammar in greater detail. And I'll have a specific forum for our batch Parvatarohi. So this is the NETure batch, and I guess NET is one great exam. You do not have any kind of negative marking, and we'll also delve into NET into greater detail. Basically what this exam is made of. So let's also wait for the students to join. Let's wait for like 2-3 odd minutes, and when we have like good number, we have students ready, and please have your pen and paper with you, students. I know we cater to this batch, and you basically listen to us very keenly, but always have your pen and paper ready too. It is something that's really important. So you should have that at all costs. Thank you for all the XP here, people. Thank you very much for your greetings, and thank you for keeping the comment section lively too. So, all about the NET batch. So, basically, I would like to ask you all, what is it that you know about the NET exam, this coveted exam? What is it that you know about it? So, students, you can always come and shoot at the comments. They're all about the National Eligibility Test Examination. So, what is it that you know about it? This is what we know about it. So, we can get started and we can talk about it in greater detail. And thank you for tuning in. Like, I see great support of the entire Palace of Words community here. So I feel so enriched and powerful and motivated and driven to come up with these courses, these digital classes, because I guess it's always about the students' love. If you'll be motivating me and you'll be inspiring me, so I'll be always on my toes and I'll always come with the promise to, deliver the best that I can. So, an utmost gratitude. Thank you for, always keeping me on my toes. Thank you very much for, all this love, all the motivation, the inquisitiveness that you have to learn, to prosper, to thrive. And, my sincerest prayers, my humble greetings is that you always secure, you always hit your wagon to a star, and you always attain your heart's desire. Because that's exactly what makes me relevant. Like, that's for if you're able to get better in your examinations, you're getting the examination help from my side. So then it becomes a win-win thing. So thank you very much for tuning in. It's such a pleasure to have you here and have you attuned with like all our educational endeavors and initiatives. So keep supporting, keep empowering. That is one thing. And let's keep working and striving for our JRF, that it all becomes like a beautiful reality. It all becomes a success at the end of the day. Our efforts are rewarded, and you all attain success. You all attain and achieve your heart's desire. That is the most important. So, NET examination, the National Eligibility Test. And I guess, yeah, there'll be students joining us in hordes. Let's wait for them for a minute or two, and then we can start. And please have your pen and paper with you. I know I do get repetitive at times, but a good reminder goes a long way. Having your pen and paper with you will really help you strive for your better preparations. and a blueprint for the examination. So basically, as even today's class at the Brahmurut batch was about the blueprint of knowing the syllabus, being thoroughly acquainted with it all. So I would also want you to be very thorough about your syllabus for NET exam, our national eligibility test. And yes, I guess it's great love and support from all the students who are joining, who will be watching this session afterwards. So it is because of you that we become relevant, we, become very excited, and we become really devoted and dedicated for whatever we are doing. So, an utmost gratitude for you all, kings and queens of Palace of Words, my kings and queens, princes and princesses of Palace of Words. It is all your love that keeps us growing, that keeps us, being better at it. So, yes, today we'll very thoroughly talk about NET. We'll also talk about the strategies and the action plans and how much study is required. Do not study for 8 to 10 hours, study for, even if you're studying for like 8 to 10 minutes, but it should have the quality of those entire 8 to 10 minutes. So, talking about the national eligibility examinations, and here I do have my notes ready with me, and I always cater to these good note making. Mostly when I have I'd like to flaunt it on screen also. Like I have these note makings, and these are the notes that I've made over the years. It has all the specific sticky notes, it has all the important information. So I'm a devout, and I really believe that the notes should be made very religiously. It is one elixir that really helps, and that helps us with our exam preparations. So yes, all about NET students. Thank you very much for all the responses online, and you've said a lot about it. So it's the NTA NET now, and the NTA NET English syllabus is basically divided into two papers. So the aspirants have two papers for the NET exam. One is paper one. Please keep taking notes also that paper one is basically the general paper on teaching and research aptitude. So it is a common paper for all the NET aspirants. You're appearing for the NTA NET exam, you're appearing for the CSIR NET. So paper one is like a prime. It is mandatory for all the NET aspirants, basically all the NET examinations. And then let's also talk about. All right, then. So we begin. So in paper one, you have certain aspects to cover, certain important aspects. So in paper one, first and foremost, it covers topics like teaching aptitude. It has topics like research aptitude, comprehension, communication, reasoning, and more. So these are like specific elements and aspects of paper one. Let's cover it in greater detail. And then paper two focuses on the literary periods, the genres, literary theory, criticism, and other related areas, specific literary timeline and things. So we'll be covering both these papers in greater detail today. So hope you have your pen and paper ready, kings and queens of Palace of Words, the entire Power clan. Power basically is an acronym for Palace of Words Educational Reserve. So in this paper one, the general paper on teaching and research aptitude, this paper assesses the candidate's general aptitude in teaching, research, and awareness. And let's see what the key areas research. So my one question to the entire clan of power, the power clan, the kings and queens of Palace of Words is, what is the most important aspect for research? What is it that we need mostly for our research? Anything in your head, anything that strikes a chord? What do we need for our research? I need the comment section flooded with your responses, and I really want you to interact here. I really want you to kind of observe, make some observations, comment on things. So whatever you can cater to, tell about that. So what is the main aspect of research, since this is a paper that's purely associated with research? So what's the most important when it comes to research? Come on. Come on, tell me that, what is it, students? What do we need for the research? Temperament, the scientific attitude, obviously the topic, very good responses flooding in. That's nice, students. So, yes, we need an aptitude for research. We need our topic. We need, basically a complete idea about what we'll be researching upon and, what would cater to our research. It would be our research proposal, our PhD thesis, our doctorate thesis. So, what basically will get us our doctorate? That's something we need in our research, that we need wholeheartedly. So, here, teaching aptitude is one aspect that is extremely important since you have applied for professorship, you want to be a professor in a college or a university. So, teaching aptitude is something you should be filled with. So, basically, it's about the nature of teaching aptitude, it's the objectives and the levels of teaching, it's the learner characteristics, it's the teaching methods, the methodology, the pedagogy, and aids and the evaluation system. So we will be covering teaching aptitude in greater detail. So basically it needs, aptitude is your proficiency. Are you qualified enough to be a teacher? Do you have it in you? Because obviously cracking your net, securing your JRF will be a cherry on the cake if you know teaching. If you're inclined to the pedagogy, the teaching methodologies, you know about its characteristics, you know about the traits of the learners, you know about the behavior of the learners. So teaching aptitude is again a very diverse and a detailed concept. So that is what basically is asked in your paper one. So be ready with the teaching aptitude part, and I'll be repeating it for you. It's about the nature, it's about the objectives, it's the level of teaching, it's the learner characteristics, teaching methods, the methodology systems, how a teacher evaluates, how like someone who's a fair and a just educator. We give a brief generalization about it. Today we'll just delve into the topics that we need to study, and slowly and steadily then we will basically get to our topics, whatever topics we have that we need to cover. We'll be talking about it in greater detail. Right, kings and queens of Palace of Words? All right, so we jump from our teaching aptitude to the research aptitude. One important aspect for our research is the research aptitude. We should be well versed about research. We should know, what research is, what does it cater to, what is its prime idea. So all these things about research makes us, a good researcher. That is really important and prime about research. So then we move from the teaching aptitude to the research aptitude. So what is it that we need for the research? Yes, students, kindly flood in the comment section with your response that what do we need to, cater to good research. A research aptitude is a must, of course. We have to be well versed about our methodology of research, and let's see what the research aptitude in store for us, and basically what will we be covering when it comes to our research and what research aptitude means. So we already know now what aptitude is. It means proficiency, your caliber, how much capable you are to undertake something, maybe undertake a research or to delve deeper into something. So basically research is just about observing keenly, making analysis, critically studying the topic thoroughly. So that is what is at the forefront of the research aptitude. So now let's jump in. Let's see what it has in store. Again, a very diverse and a deeper topic, but together we'll just analyze, and we'll have very guided and detailed study about all these topics. So we'll just see what research aptitude is, what does it cater to, basically what are the ideas, what are the annals of research aptitude, and what are the possibilities of this. So in your net paper one, that basically is a general paper on teaching and research aptitude. So you have a dedicated section right after your teaching aptitude comes your research aptitude. And let's see what's here. We have the research types and methods, obviously the types of research that we have, the methods of research, how we can undertake our research, what steps are involved, the steps in research is there. We have a bit about thesis writing, how it is accomplished, how to write like a perfect and excellent thesis. And then we have the ethics in research and the paper writing. So the ethics are very important, how to build up an ethical research. And then it's always about the research paper writing, how to prepare for your research proposal. So these things, basically, this helps you in your entire journey of professorship and lectureship. These things will really help you. They are handy, they are of great importance. So please be well versed about it. Just research, just analyze it thoroughly, just have a very vivid and scientific research about it. Just be very well prepared about the law and know about research aptitude in greater detail. So a quick recapitulation on research aptitude. It basically will include the research types and methods, the steps in research, the thesis writing, ethics in research, and paper writing. So basically, all these elements which are very important from your professorship point of view, also from your research student, from a research scholar's point of view, also as a research scholar, when you enroll for your PhD, you should know how to write a good research paper, how to cater to a good thesis, an articulate thesis, an official thesis, how to write a research proposal in a research paper. So something that will really help you in greater detail. So I would really request you to just be very upfront about it. Just have the caliber to prepare for it wisely, wholeheartedly, and judiciously, and prepare thoroughly for your teaching aptitude as well as the research aptitude. So these important topics that needs our attention in a greater span, in a greater detail, and we'll thoroughly be picking up these topics, and we'll be devoting our 100% and absolute attention into it, right? And now we very quickly jump to yet another topic of great importance. So, whenever we are doing research, there's one very important aspect we cater to, that is basically our readability, our reading ability, our reading, our comprehension. And this also brings us to our next topic, a part of the teaching aptitude and the research aptitude. There is one important aspect, the reading, that needs to be catered to, and this will really fetch you great marks in your NET paper one. It is your reading, basically. It is the reading comprehension that has to be there, that has to be top notch. And I guess reading comprehension is one aspect that comes in all your competitive English. Whatever you do, whichever exam you write, your reading is always tested. So be thorough with it, practice more and more reading, enhance your vocabulary, enrich it, have a specific dedicated notebook to improve your vocabulary, hunt down some new words every day, and do everything possible to enhance and improve your vocabulary, because it will really help you ace your NET exam, ace your paper one. So, be thorough with your synonyms, be thorough with your antonyms, be thorough with the word usage, be thorough with the meaning of the word, use it in a sentence. I mean, these activities are to be done on a daily basis. And skill enrichment is, like a daily thing to be done. You have to thoroughly, daily look upon your vocabulary, you have to work on your language, you have to work on your research, you have to work on your teaching. Then steadily you improve, bit by bit, step by step. You really foster and you really cater to grand work. You really cater to something magical and magnificent. So do that by all means. Cater to, good reading comprehension, your readability. Work on it daily, read the daily journals, read something that you like. Best way to learn reading is to read, and read what you like, what you fancy, if the kind of novels that you like to read, the kind of books that you like to read about, the kind of topics that fascinate and intrigues you. Read it. Read thoroughly about it, have good knowledge about it, basically, what you're reading. That has to be really selective, right? You should be thorough with what you're reading, what you're doing, what are the main elements that you're catering to and fostering to. So, reading is a must. Reading is really a prime and a divine activity that needs to be catered to by all means. So, then we, very quickly we delve into the reading comprehension, right? So basically, the next part is the reading comprehension, and there'll be unseen passages. So reading and analyzing passages are the prime part of reading comprehensions. Answering the inference-based questions also, like you have to guess. So inference basically is guessing it right. And yes, here Dayline. Hello again, and here we are. So thank you very much for keeping this comment section really engaging. The answer Sakir, Car Squad. Thank you very much for catering to all this interest in the comments. It is our elixir. It really keeps the mentors like me motivated. So we at Palace of Words are catering to the NETure batch. We are talking about the NET paper one and some details that the aspirants of NET paper one needs to follow. So, right, we'll just begin with the reading comprehension part. So, firstly, your reading has to be great, your vocabulary has to be powerful. So, reading and analyzing passages. So, you have to be very thorough with this. You have to be very good at reading and analyzing. Your understanding has to be top notch. Your vocabulary has to be prime. You need to, do these things. You need to cater to these things by all means. So make sure you work accordingly. You work thoroughly on these elements, and you grow and prosper accordingly. So you're basically the reading and the analyzing passages. It will come with practice. Nothing happens overnight, students. So it's about the deeper practice that you do, the commitment that you show towards reading that will really, make you brilliant at it. So a passage daily, subscribe to the newspaper, subscribe to some daily journals, read a novel or two daily, pick up your books, spend time with your books. Turn off your screens. Screens are a greatest hindrance to reading. I used to read a lot back in the day and age when screens wasn't a thing. Now technology has is playing a pivotal part since we are having this session through a screen only. So screens have become an integral part of our reality, of our lives, but always cater to like the paperback books. Chalk out a time where you're away from your screen and you're reading, you're attempting a comprehension or two. You're reading with understanding, you're reading something and you're summarizing it later, you're writing a summary about it. Any prose that you're reading, you're writing about it. Any poetry that you're reading, you're paraphrasing it. So cater to these practices, because it will be very integral from your examination point of view also, and it'll make you a more enriched and a refined mentor. As an educator, you will thrive. So with reading comes analyzing passages, which will come with the practice. You read more and more, you read thoroughly. Have a reading goal for yourself, maybe 10 pages daily, 7 pages daily, 15 pages daily, 500 words, 1000 words daily, whatever is doable, whatever you can attain, and each to his or her own level, of course. It's about the right kind of level, the right kind of insight. So please keep reading and keep getting better at it, keep getting better with the analysis of the passage, because that will fetch you more marks. Your analysis, your core analysis will fetch you good marks. And it will come with time, it will come with practice, but consistent practice. Whenever you're practicing, make sure you're practicing thoroughly and you're practicing daily. Only then you'll cater to some quality, you'll cater to some learning. So learn, with all the right intention, as today we covered in our Brahmahurat batch, that be acquainted and equipped with your syllabi, as we are doing it right now at our NETure batch, being thoroughly equipped and acquainted with our syllabus. So that is prime, that is of the most importance. So your reading comprehension will get better by reading itself. When you cater to read more and more, you devote yourself into the process of reading, into analyzing paragraphs, summarizing what you've read. Keep doing it diligently, students. The more you do, the better you become. So, please keep at it. Keep do keep at it. Keep doing it diligently. Basically, that's something that has to be important. It's really vital. So reading and analyzing passages, answering the inference based questions. Now I have to tell you about this technique called inference, a very beautiful, life-saving, and divine technique. Inference basically is to make an assumption, to guess. Basically, when you're solving, you're attempting an exam, you won't be having your cell phone, a dictionary won't be with you. So you'll have to infer the word meaning. You have to select it from the passage. So inference is assumption or guessing simply. So, with more practice on reading, on analyzing the passage, on paraphrasing it, on summarizing it, your inference will get stronger because you'll get acquainted to the words. See, since no one knows all the words, no one knows the dictionary inside out, no matter how well read a person would be, he or she always have to recommend or refer to a dictionary, be it offline or online. Offline dictionaries are my favorite. This is an old school way of hunting words. So always cater to an offline dictionary, find the word meanings from there and see, analyze words thoroughly that, always cater to those words, always, analyze it deeply and see its meaning. And I guess there's this joy of reading that no one likes interruption. When we are reading something, we would never love to be interrupted. If even we do not know the word meaning, we'll probably keep it for later. So in that case, keep your pen and paper with you. Write down the word which you're not sure about. Complete your reading. Complete the passage. Complete the page, and then do some word hunting with your offline dictionaries. Trust me, the offline dictionaries work magic when it comes to vocabulary enrichment and enhancement. Because if you also search for the word meaning on your phone, it will only be giving you one word, and it'll also be distracting you with the n number of notifications, the umpteen of notifications that will pop up on your phone. So offline dictionary is a must, reading more passages is a must, and inference is a beautiful technique that maybe if there's any word which you do not know the meaning of, but you can infer. And it always comes with practice and experience. So, quick recapitulation of the reading comprehension. Reading and analyzing passages are the part of reading comprehension. Answering inference based questions. So, you have to answer the inference based questions with your reading comprehension. That is the pivotal and a prime thing to do. So, always be thorough, be well equipped with your reading, because it's very important. Basically, your reading will be enriched with daily practice. So no magic wand or no potion or no secret sauce to improving your reading, but daily practice. Read more and more, read thoroughly, make it a habit of your own, make it your daily practice. It will really help you. It will really enrich you as a reader. You will become better at it. You will learn more about it. So always cater to this kind of an exercise, this kind of a practice, which makes you better. So you cannot do away with reading. I guess reading is like oxygen to the students, as oxygen is to the mankind and to the human beings. So reading is the oxygen of students. Read more and more. Be very good with analyzing a passage. Be very good with the inference, because this will help you in all the coveted competitive examinations, be it civil services, be it banking, be it the defense examinations, you name it, reading is there. So reading comprehension will be an integral part of it. So read more and more. You know, reading is a must. Reading is a very prime activity. So you have to read. You have to cater to quality. You have to cater to good reading. So by all means, read thoroughly, analyze the passages, enrich your vocabulary. Do these daily, and it'll reward you in the longer run. When you'll be cracking your JRF, you'll think that, hey, all the effort was worth it. You get a good stipend with your JRF. You get eligible to be a professor, an assistant professor in the colleges and universities. So you have to eye at your JRF with all your heart and all the vigor. So it really helps you, with your PhD also. So I guess JRF is a must. Do it by all means, and do it with all your heart. It's something really important and integral, and it needs to be done. So what needs to be done needs to be done. So give it your all. Give it all your heart. Basically, you have to cater to this thing. You have to, kind of be glued at it, so you just have to get it done. Make sure you get it done wholeheartedly, and you have the plan of action chalked out for it. So right from your reading comprehension, we get to communication now. This is very integral, basically, what communication is. So if I quickly ask you, what is communication, so what would your answer be? How would you define communication? Come on, say it out. Say it out loud in the open, that, what's communication to you? How are you going to define communication? The way we interact, the way we talk, right? That's purely communication for us. So the way we are interacting, we are talking to the other people. So that is, one integral part of communication. So then here with this kind of communication, we are talking about the process. We are talking about the communication process, the barriers in communication, effective classroom communication, really important for a mentor and educator, and verbal and non-verbal communication. So, these things are the keys, basically. What is the process of communication? What are the barriers in communication? And what is the effective classroom communication for the students? And what is the verbal and non-verbal communication? So, very important an aspect uh, in terms of the examination point of view also. Something really sacred, something really religious and pious, something that will help you in your examination. So this has to be at the primary forefront. You have to be very thorough, you have to be well equipped with the communication process. So give all your heart into it. Just prepare very thoroughly, prepare vigorously about it, prepare keenly about communication. So it'll help you with it. What is an effective communication in a classroom? What are the types of communication? What is the kind? How would you define it? What is the process behind it? You should be well aware and well versed about it. This will really help you. It will, go a long way. It will really help you thoroughly be acquainted with the process of communication. It will help you explore it as a domain, explore it in a greater detail. What is the effective communication in a classroom? Which communication is effective in, delivering a message loud and clear for the students? Non-verbal and verbal communication. What is non-verbal communication? What is verbal communication? So, many concepts to cater to at once. So be thoroughly equipped with it, be very thorough with it, what communication is, what is the kind of communication that we cater to. So always have a very holistic approach towards preparing for your paper one, because all of it really helps you when you become a mentor, also when you're a professor in a coveted college and a university. So all this work and the effort will help you be a more enriched educator, be a more enriched professor. So do that with all your heart, do that with all the sincerity that you have, and prepare. And prepare daily, because this is the right time to prepare. As students, when you have the time to prepare, to write your lessons, then you really do it on a daily basis. So put forth, your divine efforts, your energy into acing your examination. It will help you, it will cater to good quality, it will enrich you as an educator, it will enrich you as an aspirant of NET, you know. So at NETure, at Palace of Words, that's exactly our prime endeavor and an ordeal to give you the best, give you the quality study material which helps you ace your examination. And we'll definitely leave no stone unturned. We'll put our heart and soul into acing your NET exam, and we'll do the needful, and you to keep following, keep striving sincerely towards it. And here, very quickly, I'll talk about communication mostly, that what communication happens to the communication process, the barriers, effective classroom communication, verbal and non-verbal communication. So it comes basically in the part of your communication. And then right after communication, we have reasoning. It also includes the mathematical reasoning. So reasoning is very interesting a subject, and it is really, marks fetching also. If you're very thorough with the rules and regulations, you know about it all and you kind of cater to it qualitatively. So you know what reasoning has in store, you know what all aspects you need to cover in your reasoning, and the mathematical reasoning also. So here basically you have your logical reasoning and the data interpretation. Both are quite important aspects of preparation, be the logical reasoning and the data interpretation. It will test you, it will thoroughly test you, and it will tell you about the reasoning process, it will tell you about the data interpretation also. So very important an approach about these. You have to be very good with it, you have to be good with data, reading data, understanding data, evaluating it and studying it nicely. You have to be good with numbers when it comes to mathematical reasoning. You have to put in all your logic there. You have to have like a very keen and a vivid problem solving approach towards it. So please do it thoroughly, give it your all, write it down sincerely, put your wholehearted efforts into it, and just conquer it with practice. No other way. If you'll be thoroughly practicing about something, you will get better at it. And, better is the thing to be. You always keep getting better at it, you keep getting bigger at it. So prepare, prepare with the most pragmatic approach. So here as mentors, we can coach you on the right kind of things. We can coach you on taking the right kind of action, but the action, solely will be yours. So it is about your intent, your right action and preparation and practice, which will make you soar, which will make you flourish as an aspirant, as a future educator, as an academia, as a literati. So prepare, prepare with all your heart, all your might, give it your all, be willing to put in the extra hours, be willing to sacrifice on your comfort, on your extracurricular activities for a while, and ace your examination. So be it reasoning, be good with maths, practice a thing or two. Because mathematics is a practical subject purely and it comes with practice. I do cater to teaching mathematics to the school students, and I keep telling them, it's about the more you practice, the better you get at it. There's no secret sauce, there's no magic pill, there's no magic potion that you'll drink and ace mathematics. It's pure practice, pure diligence, and hard work that once will come to fruition, and you'll really ace your examination. So that has to be the case. Be very, supremely practicing your maths, be devoted to it wholeheartedly and religiously. So put all in, give in your efforts, that will help you, that will help you attain your goal, that will help you attain your NET JRF. And practice is the key. If it's logical reasoning, it's mathematical reasoning, be good with the numbers. Practice, practice, and practice. It's data interpretation, be good with the data. Learn to analyze data, learn to read it well, learn to understand it, learn to study it. Then you'll be better equipped with the data interpretation questions. Practice data interpretation, practice logical reasoning daily, practice reading comprehension daily, because you have to cater to these and you have to practice it more and more. The more you practice, the more enriched and refined you get, the better you get in practicing these. So please ensure that you're practicing on a daily basis. You're putting in all the efforts, you're putting in all the extra hours that you need, and you ace your reasoning part also in the mathematical reasoning. All you include is basically the mathematical reasoning and the data interpretation. So be good at it, be supremely divine at it, and just see that basically in your reasoning, that also includes the mathematical reasoning. All you need is logical reasoning and the data interpretation. So it is prime. Be good at it, put in all your valuable efforts into it, strive with all the sincerity and the consistency of practice, and the concept clarity that you'll ease this. And paper one is really important, and it also decides your JRF planet. Please be thorough with it. And after that comes the information and communication technology, the ICT. Very important topic about the information and communication technology. So here, your prime role is understanding the use of technology in education and research. So very important and diverse a topic, the information and communication technology. It helps in understanding the use of technology in education and research. So it's very important a topic, very vivid and interesting a topic that you start reading it, you really get a grasp of it, you get the gist of it. So be thorough and be well read about it, be very well read about this concept of information and communication technology. What is the role of technology in the education and the research? What are the tools that are required, and how, they are massively striving to contribute in the field of education and research. Be well equipped about it, know it inside out and study it. There's umpteen and ample data online, there's rather over information online. So trust this process. Have a good deconstruction of your syllabi beforehand. You should know what you're preparing for, what you need to do on a daily basis, what you need to really research upon on a daily basis. So that will really help you. It will help you strive for greatness. It will really help you, attain your JRF, attain your NET examination. So be thorough and be well planned in your preparation. Only a great strategy and a beautiful plan will help you secure your JRF. Know your syllabus inside out, know it cover to code, prepare it, and dedicatedly daily devote time to get better. Every day should take you closer to your JRF goal, right? That should be the key. That strive to get better in terms of your preparation, in terms of your daily goal. Because better is the thing to be. Always keep getting better, keep striving for it, and give it your all. In this wholehearted preparation, you should always be a step ahead. You should be thorough and top notch in it. So make sure that you give it your all, wholeheartedly and devotedly. You strive for this information and communication technology. What is the role of technology in education and research? How is it helpful? How it makes us better? How will it make our research more qualitative? How will the tools help us in attaining our research early on and making it more advanced and more enriched? So know these all, know the tools, know the technology, know about it, know the data from the examination point of view also, because eventually securing the JRF will help. Know it all from the examinations perspective, from the examination point of view also, that what are the things that will pop up in exams, what will make the preparations even better, what will make the preparations so soaring all the more. So have good insight and knowledge about it all. This will really help you. This will help you prepare thoroughly. It will help you in your strategy to secure your JRF, because paper one is the deciding factor. If you ace your paper one with flying colors, your JRF is through. And then you qualify your paper two, of course, your main subject, your English literature, or history, or political science, or commerce, or psychology, whatever you are endeavor to preparing on. So your JRF is done. No one can stop you from, securing your JRF. So that is the goal. Let's put all the impetus on paper one. So our JRF is done. Our JRF is thorough. So please be at it. Please be at it wholeheartedly. And here, one quick recapitulation about the ICT in your information and communication technology, the ICT, understanding the use of technology in education and research is a prime. So do it extremely diligently, students. And right after this, we come to the people and environment. And paper one, people and environment is really one important and a defining factor. So it is about understanding environmental issues and their impact. So it's about sociology, it's about the people, it's about the environment, it's about understanding the environmental issues and the impact that it has upon us. So something really important and mandatory and something that needs our impetus and weightage. So do study your people and environment really diligently. It has understanding environment issues and their impact in its prime forefront. So just be very, aware about it, be diligently knowing about it. And then last but not the least in paper one is the higher education system, the governance, the polity and administration. So it will be all about the higher education system, the governance, the polity and administration, and knowledge of the Indian higher education landscape. Since you'll be a professor, you'll be catering to the college cadre and the university. So you should know about the higher education. You should know about the educational policies, the educational initiatives, and the main programs run by the government and the center. So this is really important in the higher education system, governance, polity and administration, knowledge of the Indian higher education landscape is a must. So these are all the important aspects of paper one. So be thorough with it, be totally equipped with it in entirety, and you will ace your paper one. We'll do it all diligently. We'll, prepare paper one in greater detail from teaching aptitude to research aptitude to reading comprehension to communication to the mathematical reasoning to the information and communication technology, the ICT, people and environment, and the higher education system, the governance, polity, and the administration. We'll very thoroughly be doing it, right? We'll be doing our part. We'll be putting a wholehearted effort to it. And now, from the coveted paper one, we switch to paper two, your main subject. So, we talk about English literature today. So, in the paper two English literature, the paper delves into the core aspects of English literature and includes 10 units. So, there are 10 units in English literature, and the main areas are basically drama, very important and integral, British, American, and the other world dramas. So dramas form a pivotal part in the paper two English literature. And there's poetry, British, American, Indian, and other world poetry. So, thoroughly we'll cater to poetry. We'll read British poetry, American poetry, Indian poetry, and the other world poetry as well. So then there's fiction and short story, basically British, American, Indian, and the other world fiction. So we have to read fiction, we have to read short stories, we have to cater to them. And then there's non-fictional prose then, the essays, the biographies, and the other prose forms. This is an important aspect, the non-fictional prose. Then we have the English language, the basic concepts, the pedagogy, the theories, the English in use, an important aspect, important unit. Then we have the English in India, its history, its evolution, and the future, the development and the role of English in India. Very important an aspect. And then we have cultural studies, exploring cultural aspects related to literature. An important unit altogether. Again, we have the literary criticism, a very voluminous and a coveted unit, exploring cultural aspects related to literature. So, a very important unit, the cultural studies. Then we have literary criticism, understanding literary criticism and its various approaches. Very important and voluminous unit, the literary criticism, understanding literary criticism and its various approaches. And then we have literary theory post World War II, that is after 1945, exploring the modern literary theories. So, literary theory has a great detail in English literature. We have to study it, and now we see a lot of chronological questions. So, we should be thorough with the literary timeline. Then we have the research methods and the materials in English, basically understanding the research methodologies specific to English literature, that what are the research methods in English literature and how are the materials procured and how to make the best of these materials. So we have to do it all in greater detail in paper two. There are 10 units. There's drama, there's poetry, there's fiction and short story, there's the non-fictional prose, There's English language, the basic concepts, the pedagogy theories, and there's English in India, history, evolution, and the future. There's culture studies, the cultural studies we have to cater to. There's literary criticism, there's literary theory, post World War II, and there are research methods and the materials in English language. So this is basically an outline of the syllabus. So this is at ground zero that today we have arrived on, and we need to really thoroughly and voluminously prepare for this battle we have in the NETure. We cater to JRF, so we have to strive to secure our JRF with all our heart. So we really need to cater to quality. We really need to be thorough with the entire syllabus, as this is just, like an outline of it. So we are just laying the plan of action, and we really need to wholeheartedly and diligently cater to this plan. Paper one is extremely important. It will decide your JRF. Paper two is, pivotal. It has a vital significance that, securing your paper two, good marks in paper two will decide your net, and better marks in paper two will decide your JRF. So JRF in net exam is basically the higher merit, and then we have the people who secure and qualify, they get their net. And many students give this exams annually. So let's be the one to prepare thoroughly, and I'll also attach the link to the syllabus so you have the entire idea of the syllabus. And I would request you to have your pen and paper with you and note down your syllabus in a wonderful way that, oh, this is our plan of action. And I guess it's since the day one, or rather, let's call it the day zero of NETure, your net course to attain and secure your JRF. So let's be thorough with the syllabus today. Let's lay down our action plan and let's work upon it tirelessly day in and day out. This will really help you secure your JRF. So please work upon it. Everything happens with work. Know your why, know the motivation behind securing your JRF, why it is important for you. Write down your goals, work for it, because it's karma. At the end of the day, I'm a trailblazer myself. I'm a proponent of Nichiren Daishonin Buddhism. So we really worship karma. We practice this philosophy, which is a practical philosophy laid down on the trinity of the faith, practice, and study. So karma is your core. It will happen when you work for it. When you strive for it tirelessly and diligently, your love for literature will really flourish and shine. So work for it, get better at it, give it your all, be very diligently and wholeheartedly preparing for it, and you will secure your JRF. Nothing in the world can, stop you from attaining your JRF if you have your action plan ready. You are devotedly and sincerely working upon it. So you will make the impossible possible. Then you'll surely be victorious in striving for your JRF. Devotedly and religiously prepare for paper one. Do thoroughly, do a brief and thorough study of your exam, English literature or history or political science or commerce or sciences, whatever you are striving to prepare. Give it your all, devotedly study and tirelessly, just, put in all the efforts that you can, because efforts alone will reward you, right? It will be efforts alone which will help you secure your JRF. And I guess, yeah, let's lay one coveted plan to get our JRF. Let's just get done with it with a holistic and a wholehearted approach. So write down your syllabus today. The first thing you do is have a dedicated notebook for your preparation. Write your syllabus down, write down, what is it that you're striving to prepare, and how are you going to take it down, and what has to be your approach in preparing for it and striving for it. So write it down clearly, write it down really thoroughly, have it all chalked out beautifully, what syllabus you're going to cater to, what would be your plan of action. Without action nothing happens, so you have to act You have to be very thorough about it, and you really have to strive for it, as in this is your first and last attempt. You might be preparing for your masters right now, you might be through with your masters, you might be in the last semester of your masters. So when you write your exam, your conviction should be such that this is the time where I crack it with all my heart, and I give it my all, and I put my sincerest of the dedication and get done with it. Be thorough with your syllabus of your graduation in English literature. Be thorough with the syllabus of Masters of English Literature. Prepare it well, have the idea of the magnum opus, the important texts in English literature. Have a thorough knowledge about it, be entirely skill based about this process and the practice. Then you'll surely accomplish heart's desire, be good at it, be better at it, be willing to give your all. That is the prime concept, basically. You have to put in your all, you have to give it your all, and you really have to, move ahead with brilliance. You have to move ahead with conviction. You have to be consistent. You need to have the clarity of thought also, basically, that what is it that would cater to clarity, what will give you more marks, what will fetch you more marks. So please do that. Cater to this clarity, cater to quality. Have a plan of action, like maybe segment your preparations day wise, write down the syllabus that you'll eye at today and complete it, accomplish it. And have quality study, take segmented breaks. Studying doesn't mean 8 to 10 hours you are on your books and you just haven't been so productive with it. Studying diligently means that, every second that you've put, every second that you've devoted for your preparation has been qualitative. It really had been a work of wow. It really had been a work of art. You've prepared some great notes. You have maybe be so enriched that at the end of your preparation, you could start a course of your own for NET English literature. You should have that plethora of knowledge. You should have that abundance of topics with you. You should have those subjects. You should have, such in-depth and vast knowledge about English literature, about paper one of NET, about research methodology. So this would really help you. And let's be connected on a daily basis. You can also enroll online. You can come to our offline center at Horizon near, the Cemetery Tunnel. We are based in Delhi also. We have two centers in Shimla. We have an offline center at Solon in Chandigarh too. So we cater to our classrooms, we cater to the offline batch, we cater to the online batch also. So you have to prepare, and with a one-time fee of rupees 9999, that is still your selection. And we would, leave no stones unturned to just, get you selected in your very first attempt. So you might have been writing exams for a while now, or you might have been very disappointed with the results, but let's give it all in one last time, and let's very keenly eye for the NET December that is going to be there, and it's August. August has just started, and we have good time to prepare. And let's put in all our sincere and diligent efforts. Let's put in all the energy we have, and let's strive for success. Let's even strive for excellence in the efforts and preparation in the first place. Success is just the aftermath of it. You're bound to be successful. So give it your all, give it your best, and prepare thoroughly, Securing your JRF means that you knew 100% of your syllabus, that you have attained the higher merit of the NET exam. You duly deserve to get a stipend from the government for your research, for your contribution in the subject. So cater to that kind of quality, Give it your best, give it your all, and put forth with the right temperament, with the right approach, and you'll definitely you're bound to secure your JRF, You are bound to hitch your wagon to a star. And as it said, aim for the moon, you'll surely be one of the stars. Aim for the clouds, you'll be flying higher than ever. Know your why. Write it down, why NET JRF is important for you. I'll give you this exercise, students. Today itself, write it down. Write it in about good 500 to 600 words. Why JRF is important for you. Why are you striving for NET? And give it your all. Do it with conviction, and you're bound to succeed. You're bound to strive to succeed because you're doing it with all the excellence. You have all the right intention to get it done, and you really need to achieve your educator's dream. You have to be like a professor. So strive for it with all your heart, with all the diligence, all the brilliance, all the greatness etched in you. Prepare for it wholeheartedly. Give it your all. Just go for it with all the might, with all the integrity, with all the sincerity in you, and you will surely achieve it. And you achieve it sooner. You just achieve it in December. So let nature be one endeavor to power up your December net preparations, and that you have your JRF award letter with you this December, this year itself. We have like good time left. 5 months is a good time. Basically, we have August, September, October, November, and December. So we can achieve this brilliance in this year itself, in the year 2025. And let's strive for it. Let's strive for it with all the might we have, all the energy in our heart, all the purest of the intentions we have. Let's just go for it. Let's give it our best. Let's prepare with the right foot forward. Today, we've laid down the plan of action. We've had the class zero of the NETure batch. And let's take it places. Let's take our conviction places and the energy that we have. So let's really make it happen. Let's make it happen with ease and grace. And let's secure our JRF this year. Write down your goal, manifest it, and work for it. No other secret sauce than working. You'll have to be tirelessly striving for it and working for it, and then you'll surely achieve. So work for it, give it your all, work diligently, work daily. Shun your comforts for a while, just boycott your travel plans for a while. Do some sacrifices, as only supreme sacrifices beget supreme rewards. And then strive and prepare with all your heart, with all your might. You have the time, you have the energy, so you will definitely go for your goal. Prepare well, prepare thoroughly, and there's no turning back. Once you have set your eyes on your JRF, you are bound to achieve it. It's destined that you achieve your JRF. If you're listening to this, you're destined to get your JRF, and go for it with all the might, with all the energy, with all the efforts you have in your heart, and all the sincerity that you're catering to your JRF. So go for it, write down your vision, write down your deadline that this December you will be having your JRF, and prepare sincerely for it. Strive, there should be the tireless striving to achieve it, and then no one can stop you from achieving it. That is the main plan. You have your goal ready, you have the blueprint ready with you, you have your units written in front of your eyes as to what you're preparing for. And then you go and get your JRF by all your might, all the energy, and even the God rewards it then. If you've been sincerest, you've been the truest in your efforts, the God is bound to reward your prayers. So work, work, and work. That is the only surest way to success. Strive for it, start studying for it, get thorough with your preparation, start the written preparation, and have all the notes with you, have all the study material procured with you, and start studying. No power will take away your JRF if your preparations are sincere, if you've sincerely done it. So it's just about the intention, It's just about your why that has to be strong, and it's about your efforts that will take you to that why. It will make it possible for you, you know. So mission JRF is all set. We at NETure are here to deliver quality diligently, giving you the best of study material, the best of the notes, giving you the do's and don'ts for the net preparation. And it is up to you that how you strive for it, how you make the most of this time and diligently secure your JRF. So our prayers, our good wishes, our greetings, our wholehearted mentorship with Palace of Words, with the NETure batch is there for you. And you just have to achieve it now with all the conviction, all the diligence, all the perseverance, and all the perfection. Let's secure the JRF for you with NETure at Palace of Words. Har Har Mahadev.